Do you know his last name?
No.
Hi. Welcome to this video here. Let's see. There seems to be some lag. Okay. So today I went to pick up my son from school, and the teacher called me because she wanted to speak to me about my son. So apparently, uh, this kid in his class named Jamal has been picking on him, and of course, 'cause I'm a TI, they want to target my kids because they're trying to shut me up, right? They want me to become silent and not talk about what it is that they're doing, which is not going to work. So you want to bully my son? Watch what's going to happen when you start beating these kids' asses. Okay, so he told me that this kid Jamal in his class choked him, and when I went to the teacher and I said to the teacher someone in his class had choked him, the teacher said, "Well, Jamal left already." Meaning that the teacher knew what happened. But when I got to the school to pick him up, she calls me to tell me that he's not listening. Okay? She did not tell me that this kid Jamal, who she knew choked my son, and she knew what happened because she called out his name when I mentioned to her that my son told me that someone choked him. Okay? And the police are directly involved in this because the minute I left the school with my son, these two police vans with their lights flashing, okay, as we were walking, with their light flashing, coming towards me. The light was flashing red, right? So they use the color red. Both vans with their red lights flashing, okay? The police are directly involved in our targeted. That's why these people think that they can do what they're doing because they have the police as their controllers, right? And so, again, they feel that they can do this and have kids. And, when I say we are dealing with a cult and people who are in a cult because they have cult like mentality, this is a cult created by the police and those in law enforcement. Okay, this is a cult, and they use the religious community. Okay, the people who are in the churches, the religious community, to participate in this. And how much of a coward that you gotta be that you're going to let these kids pick on my son. Okay? But I got a surprise for you, and I got a surprise for these kids who's gonna pick on my son. Because when my son beat their ass and put a serious hurting on them, don't call me. Because I'm gonna tell you the same thing. I've been to the school. I've complained about these kids picking on my son. Okay, and yet these people let it happen. They're letting it happen because again, the police are the ones behind it. They're the ones behind it. I live in New York City, so for me, it's predominantly the NYPD. Okay, are members of the NYPD. Uh, I'm not gonna lump them all in one basket. Well, maybe I should because the few good ones are not saying nothing, right? The majority are bad, and the few good ones are not saying nothing. So again, like I said, as we left the school, these two police vans, and they were driving pretty fast too. See, this is how they do things because they probably figured that I was in a heightened state, so they have to drive fast with the lights flashing, to try to affect me. Meanwhile, the perps on the street are doing this as they walk past me, and I'm like, F y'all, okay? First of all, I'm gonna continue to expose what you're doing, and I told my son that the first thing he does if somebody picks on him, go and tell the teacher. If the teacher doesn't do anything, and if anyone in the school doesn't do anything, if the kid pick at him again, he has every right to defend himself. Every single right. And he won't be wrong. Okay? Because I will come up to the school and I will engage them, okay, in a conversation to let them know that I know what it is what they're doing, and I'm not going to allow these children in that school to pick on my son. And if the parents don't talk to these kids, when my son fights back and he puts a serious hurting on one of them, don't call me. Okay? When you see me picking up my son, don't say anything to me. Talk to the parents of these kids who have continuously tried to pick on my son. Okay? I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let him feel like he can be bullied and these perpetrated children can get away with it. That's not going to happen. Okay? So I just wanted to make this video just to, as a recording and as a testament to what is happening. These children are being told by their parents, and their parents are being told by the police to bully and harass my kids, like what they do to me. Okay, except they have kids doing it. And if you look up cult and parents that are in cult, their children are in cult. As young as 3 years old, children will exhibit cult-like behavior. Okay, you're not speaking to a person who doesn't know anything. I know a whole lot. I've been targeted for over 15 years. I did a lot of research, so I know how the mindset of these people are. And I know the mindset of the police. So, as a reminder, I want targets to understand that the police are involved. Okay? They have created a secret criminal network, okay, that are based on a cult that they created, in which they can call up anybody within the community to watch you, to stalk you, to break into your home, to steal your things, to take your things, to damage your property. And when you, the target, call the police, they treat you like what you're saying is not true. Even though you presented them with evidence, they do nothing. Okay? And this I love this website because it tells a lot of stuff that what's happening here. And I particularly like this part where they talk about the secret police, how they use poverty, welfare, homelessness, and criminal proceedings to trap and corner targeted citizens while using repetitive radar type assault to destroy the target. In this case, they say here the fertility. So they may try to target you because they don't want you to be intimate or have sex or what have you, or have kids, because the fact that you're an individual who is fighting back against a tremendous force that is set against you, okay, and you have the courage to fight back. They don't want anybody else like you around, and I think that's why they're afraid of my son. That's basically it. They're afraid of him, so they're trying to target him from young, because they know as he grows, I'm going to expose him to a lot of the things that they're doing, and I'm going to let him know how to defend himself against these things, so that as he gets older, and if they come to him to try to make him join their cult, he would tell them to go F themselves. Okay? So, parents of these children, stop setting your kids against my son. The teachers that work in that school, do your job. Okay? If my son is being bullied and he's being choked by another kid, and you're not going to say nothing to me, only when he tells me what happened and I come back to you and mention it, you're telling me, oh, is this kid Jamal? But you don't do anything? You don't talk to this kid parents about what he's doing to my son? So like I said, when my son decides to defend himself, I don't want to hear about how he fight with some kid. Okay? Because I've brought it to your attention that these children are picking on my son. Like when he was in first grade, 3 children decided that they're going to gang up and jump him in the schoolyard. First graders. Okay? So if you guys ain't going to do anything, then he is going to do something about it. And trust me, he's not going to get in trouble with me. So don't think by calling me, he's going to get in trouble. No, he's not. I'm going to tell him, good job. You defended yourself. You did what you're supposed to do. Because the teachers are not doing what they're supposed to do. Okay? These are the type of people that we have teaching our kids. Religious fanatics. Okay? Religious fanatics. That's who we have teaching our kids.